One. Ooh,
okay.
That'll work.
Oh, hey.
Hey! I stole Schmooze line.
I was waiting because I remember last time at the radio station, like, it missed the first, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So I was giving, that pause, are we actually recording? I don't know what's happening.
That did suck.
I'm just making sure. What is up, everybody?
All right.
Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Double BS Podcast. Brought to you by some of our wonderful sponsors. We gotta start talking about these things.
Yes, we do.
Of course, first and foremost, Kyle and Sam, lovely sponsorship. Our good friends bought us this wonderful microphone and the camera we use. We've got Easy Customs and Graphics. They do our stickers that we have. They're going to be doing another banner for us that we'll have here. They do the signs for our charity Smoke Day. They actually made some T-shirts for us. So Thank you to them. That was really awesome of them to do that.
An example of some of the work here. This is actually
that same guy.
Hoodie
Absolutely.
made from him.
Big shout out to, and I will always shout them out this, but our new friends through this podcast that support the heck out of us. Cat's Eye Distillery, we pretty much going to show their business on every episode because they gave us this cool banner to use when we go places. Got their Essence of Iowa right up front. So great new friends we've made with them. Very excited to be doing a lot of stuff with them in the future too. So, I'm excited to finally be back with me and IQ. I'm going to kind of do I'm going to make some noise here, but we're kind of in this diagonal thing, so there we go.
Yeah, that works.
Better. I got the squeaky stool now.
Yes,
I got the squeaky stool.
So sit your ass still. Coming back to, we were talking about the sponsors for the episode. We ran an episode in the past where with this particular brewery, regretfully the episode wasn't able to be aired. So actually got a chance to speak with them and stop back at the brewery again, located in Elmhurst, Chicago, and it is Elmhurst Brewing. Just a little bit about Elmhurst. If you're out that way, a lot of people are like, well, is the brewery, is it good? Is it one to stop at, etc.
Is this the German one? Is this the German guy?
Yes.
Okay.
He was yes, their brewmaster was trained in Germany.
That's awesome.
So just a few of the awards that they won. These are all WBC awards, which is the World Beer Championships. So not local, not regional, not just the U.S. These are World Beer Championships. Their Schwartz, which is a black lager, that won the silver medal at the World Beer Championships for 2022. Their Oktoberfest Marzen lager won the bronze medal at the WBC for 2022. And then in 2021, all three receiving silver medals are the Julius Squeezer Hazy IPA, which will be the first one that we're tasting tonight. The next is the Fool's Gold, which is their golden coffee stout, and I still stand by it. It is the best golden coffee stout I have ever had.
Now,
in my
do we
life.
have that one tonight, or we don't?
No,
okay.
we do not.
But we had it last time.
Yes,
that's what we had last time. Okay, very good.
I was actually going to bring my last can tonight, and then I got stingy, and I'm like, no,
absolutely
I'm
not.
keeping that.
Yeah, that's yours. You made the trek. That's your beer.
And then the last one that won the silver last year is Far From the Tree. That's their sour line, and that's the red dragon fruit sour, and we will have that one tonight.
Excellent.
So yes, they actually have even more awards now. This is just what was currently available at the time when I stopped. So yeah, as far as are they a good brewery? Yes, by far and away, they're an amazing brewery.
That's awesome.
It's awesome because it looks like just this little place from outside when you pull up.
Well, I liked the picture we had on Facebook. It looked like that. I'm assuming there's some
just
kind of
looks like a little
dock,
box building, but you walk in and it immediately opens up. There's a big mezzanine area with seating, the huge granite marble bar that wraps around, and the thing that I love is their vats that they serve from are behind the bar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
So their vats are built up behind the bar.
That's cool.
And the lines feed directly to the taps. So there's no interim canning or kegging or anything like that. It comes straight from the vat. It's the way
that's
to do it.
That's pretty cool. I remember. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It is
very
the way
unique.
to
You
do
don't
it.
see a lot of stuff like that
No.
And I haven't been yet. I'm excited to go check that out because I like going places that do different stuff like that. Like, obviously, I want them to have good beer. Like, good beer is clearly important.
And actually, real quick, before I forget
go
about
ahead.
some of the stuff that I described, I'm actually going to get some of the photos of those things to our AV guy, and he'll actually be able to post them up in the video, probably be a little bit later on or at the end of the video. But I'll get you some inside photos that'll show up, too.
Yeah. Working on a lot of stuff as we've kind of moved forward here. Obviously, working with some scheduling stuff and whatnot, but...
30 hours in the past 48.
Yeah, so I mean, we again with Kyle and Sam and their toys they got us, we've upgraded the podcast laptop, so now we're able to do a lot more that way. And then now with the way we're recording now, we're able to send the episodes home with the AV guy, and then he gets to play around with them. And if you watched our last episode, which is our first pre-recorded, when we were down at the radio station.
It was a pre-recorded of a pre-recording.
Yeah, it was crazy. it was. We broke through the fourth wall. It was really cool, but it turned out very, very well. There was a lot of little things in there that we haven't done before. So I guess hats off to the AV.
Oh kudos to the AV guy.
I ain't giving you no kudos.
Oh jeez, you flatter me, Peter.
So it's very, very cool. So we're excited to be doing more of these. So. If you guys know of places that we should be checking out, or would want to come and hang out with us, or you got beers you think we should try, I do gotta show some love. My guy Joey, kid I grew up with, lives out in Seattle, Washington area. In January, he tried to send me like 16 or 18 beers from right around where he's at that you can't get around here. I'm sad to say that just a couple weeks ago, I got in my mailbox an envelope with the labels from the box.
Oh.
And then a little thing that said, we found these, but not the box. If you want to file a missing mail report. I'm like, somebody got real good beers. So,
I know you. I know where those are.
Yeah.
Somebody got ripped.
So, Joey, thank you. Appreciate the effort. And I even went down to the post office, and not to knock on the postal service by any sense. They don't care anymore. They're just like, we're just here. We're doing the postal thing. But I'm telling you right now, I went in there and I said, well, my dude paid like $60 for shipping. I mean, if we can't find these, is he just out? Like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, oh, that sucks. Don't mind Susie. You can holler, Susie.
By the way, this is Mrs. IQ grabbing another beer.
There she is.
I don't know.
So, with that being said, we got a few things to talk about within the episode, but before we do that, not that I'm not enjoying this delicious Coors Light.
We need beer.
Yeah, we need better beer.
So the first one that we're actually going to be trying tonight is the Julius Squeezer Hazy IPA.
Listen, you're doing a lot of talking and not a lot of pouring here, bud.
It is excellent. I've had this one, and actually, Shmoo, you've had this one.
We had this one the last time, too. Yeah. This one's really good. This one is very, very good. This is the double hazy.
No, this is just their hazy
IPA.
Hazy. Yep.
Which is very good. If you see that color, that is just some really good color. Big shout out to Galena Brewing Company. That's my pint glass of choice tonight. Their slogan is great. Beer me. If you watch, which you should have, the episode where we were down at IROC, my silly pint I was drinking out of was also from them because it says beer me on it. It's really cool. So Julius
Squeezer. And that is the definition of what a hazy should look like.
Juice.
Okay.
Just grown men.
Cheers.
Absolutely. To Elmhurst.
To Elmhurst
again,
Brewing.
thank you guys for
much.
round 2. Here we go. Yep, still good.
Yeah, pretty much that first swallow, you can see exactly why it's an award winner.
I love the hazies, and especially when you get like in this, and that's really smooth because a lot of people think, IPA. They go, oh, it's an IPA, it's bitter. But it's not though. It's like when you first get into them, they are. Like I remember when I got into IPAs, and I'm not going to tell the whole story, but like the guy that tried to get me into IPAs, I was like, oh God, no. But again, this was, I'm not going to say how long ago. It was a while ago. But now it's, a decade and a half.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, I guess Thanks. I appreciate you.
I put up a resistance to him too because I'd actually drank so much normal beer when I was younger that I had pretty much lost my taste for beer.
Yeah,
I really wasn't a beer drinker, and I had several people who were like, "Oh, try this," and I was like, "No, it's not my thing." I meet Shmoo, and he's like, "Here, you've got to try this." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I mean, whatever." And instantly, I'm like, "Wait a second. Like, wait, this actually tastes like something." Because I'm sorry, I mean, you've got dedicated Bud Light fans and Miller Lite fans and Busch Light fans.
That's really good.
They each taste different, but they taste so similar.
Your brew, so like the Bud Light. So I can understand. So if we're talking domestics for a second, which we can do that. I drink the Coors Lights. I got one right here. I can just throw Coors Lights down. If I'm out playing softball, I'm drinking Coors Lights. If I'm out on a hot day doing stuff around the yard and stuff like that, I'm probably grabbing a Coors Light. Now, if it's a hot day and I'm sitting in my garage or something like that, I'm grabbing something like this. Yeah. But like Bud Light, it's like sweet, and it's like you have two of them, and like your belly's just like, oh god. Yeah. Busch Light I can tolerate. Budweiser's just, I don't know what they were thinking on that.
See, and I think that's actually, now that you mentioned the after two of them, you're like, ugh. They are domestic beers are much more carbonated than what your better craft beers are.
I think Coors Light and Miller Lite are less.
Yes.
Than your Budweiser, because I can do Miller Lite. I can't. My mom does Miller Lite, but like in a pinch, like I'm like, okay, if I'm picking Miller Lite or Busch Light, I'm gonna go Miller Lite, like hands down.
See, yeah, and the thing is taste wise, yes, I'll go Miller Lite before Busch Light, but
real close.
Somewhere along the lines, Miller Lite gives me a pounding headache.
That's probably Miller Lite.
Man, I end up with just this raging, thumping headache now.
Mm-hmm. It's not good. So. Well, and we've got to the point now, and I'm glad that me and I can do this, because I was, when I got into this, back in the day, I actually got into craft beer before it was, like around here, when you said craft beer.
I was into craft beer when it was underground.
So back in that day, you'd say craft beer, and anybody in this area would say, "Oh, New Glarus, Spotted Cow."
No, yeah.
Like that's what craft beer was.
You got to remember, craft beer came from the microbrewery.
Yeah.
And that term was made famous by Sam Adams.
Yeah.
And Sam Adams is anything but a microbrewery. They mass produce. They are not a microbrew.
No, but they do make some good beers.
Yeah.
I'll give him a lot of credit. He makes some good beers.
Cold Snap.
Yeah, when he walked in the door, he's like, I got a Cold Snap.
Cold Snap's a winner. Cold Snap's a winner.
There's one in the trash can for you.
In the trash. That's an empty bottle. Why would you want an empty bottle in the trash?
You don't want to try any more Elmhurst beers? Okay.
That's what I heard. You heard it, folks.
Yep. Well,
like you guys cut off.
Let me tell you, Julius Caesar is well worth it, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Puts a face.
But no, so I mean that was like, it wasn't even like craft beer then. It was just like small batch breweries, really.
Yeah.
Like Potosi. They're not a big. I mean, they're bigger now. But it was kind of a local thing. I mean, obviously New Glarus is still, you can only get it in Wisconsin. But I was into those beers, and then I kind of got away from it. I kind of got wore out on it a little bit, because I worked at Vinny's downtown, and they were kind of the first craft beer bar in the area.
That is where I had my first Banana Bread Hefeweizen.
Yeah, and so I had a lot of different beers there. But there again, back then, the process was not nearly what it is now.
Oh, no.
So I got away from it for a while. I'm just like, I can't do that. I'd have the occasional, but it was like, I'm just going to drink Coors Light. That's what I'm drinking. But then, I don't know, a handful of years ago, then it was like, I just kind of started getting into them again and trying some different stuff. And like, okay, and then, when we got our last house and had the bar downstairs, that kind of started going and getting some more. And then we got this house, and of course, meeting you and stuff like that. I think that really got it rolling, because now it's like, okay, well, me and Chris, my boss, he was into the craft beer, and Don that I worked with was big into craft beer. So I think that was really the big, okay, let's get back into this. So when we met, I was just a couple years into really kind of getting back to really enjoying craft beer, and now with drinking with you, it's now there's more to it. It's not like I like this beer because it has this. Like I'm to the point now, like I'm like, yeah, it's got this hop or it's this kind of beer, and then you geek out on it, And then I'm like, okay, let's geek out on beer, and it's so much fun. So I think that's a big thing. If you're going to get into this, I think it's like anything else. You have to find at least one other person that's into it, that you can talk about it, enjoy it, like smoking meat, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is you've got people like, oh, I don't like craft beer. Really, you've tried the thousands of different kinds that there are. I mean, literally, even your small craft brewers. Let's use what's that? River Ridge. Isn't that what it is in Bellevue?
Yep, River Ridge. Yep.
River Ridge. That would be my example of a local-ish small craft brewery. They still have like 12 to 14 different kinds of beers on tap. I mean, it's a little brewery, but they've still got a huge selection of different beers that you can choose from.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I've only been there once, but it was very, very good.
Oh yeah, I've never been let down there. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Fan.
I haven't liked everything I tried there, but I'd say at least 80% of what I've tried there.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is a couple of them that I like are now regulars there for them. So
Yeah.
I know that anytime I stop in, I will be able to get a beer that I like.
Well, I think too, on top of that, the process and the quality of product, stuff like that.
That's like if I ever stop at Elmhurst, I know there's multiple beers I'm gonna like.
But I think the other part of it that I've really come to enjoy is the actual breweries themselves. Like, they've become a destination. Like, hey, I like drinking. I'm trying to think of an example. I had one, right? Textile Brewery. I love their beers. Can't get them around here.
No.
But I tell you what, I have zero issue driving an hour and a half to go up and hang out and have a couple beers. And I love, too, and it's weird to say this because you wouldn't typically think this, but I love hop on the motorcycle, and I love, like, and we've done this, like, hey, let's go to this brewery. Like, Top and Goliath. Let's go to have lunch. Where do you want to have lunch at? Top and Goliath. That's 3 hours away. Yeah, that's a nice ride up there. You have a couple beers, nice lunch, and they're like, okay, let's hit a few spots on the way back. Yep. And it's not like you're hitting the spot 10 minutes down the road. No, you're like, hey, I'm going to go ride for a half hour, 45 minutes, let the beer I just had percolate, do its thing, get out of my system.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop at this brewery. I have found so many cool and unique breweries because I'm one of those, like, hey, I'm going to go hit some breweries today. I'll pick one, and that's the first one I'm going to.
Then the rest of the day is wherever you end up.
I did a day, I forget where I went, but I went to a brewery, and I said, okay, well, hey, if there was a brewery you would go to, where would it be? And I did that all day, and I went to 4 different breweries I had not been to, and they were really good.
See, that's how I stumbled upon Elmhurst. Was like, okay, I'm going to be out here for business for a couple days. What's near me? And several of them popped up, and being the geek that I am, I want to do a little bit of research on them first. And as soon as I saw the awards popping up, I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to have to stop there.
This one
I need to see why they won awards, and it became very clear. But yeah, talking about the other thing too is when you think about what brewery is your first destination of the day, we'll just go with that.
Yeah,
it's not just the beer that plays into that one, because so many breweries out there have realized we have to serve some kick-ass food too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these breweries are hiring actual chefs, not line cooks, not burger slingers. They're hiring chefs to develop plates just for the brewery, and they cater that food to the type of beer that they serve.
Yeah, it's almost like the beer world has kind of caught up to the wine world, where it used to be you'd go places where they had different wines and there'd be wine pairing. Well, now there's beer pairing, and that's coming from.
Not coming from there.
Nice, Elmhurst. But, like, I was one of those, like, if I'm eating dinner, I'll have a beer, but then when I'm eating, I have a glass of water. Like, I couldn't drink while I ate. It just was a thing. But now what these beers are coming out with now, they pair.
That's a good point.
So nicely.
Public service announcement. If you do plan on doing brewery hopping for the day, drink your water.
Oh, God,
If you're going to drink all day, you have to make it all day. Drink your water. Yeah. Stay hydrated.
Thank you. Well, yeah, and especially because a lot of people I've gone out with, I've went riding with a couple people, and obviously we do this a little more than most, so we've got a little bit different tolerance level. But I know my limits, and I'm very micro.
Little bit of tolerance. Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm toast. But I've ridden with a couple people that they go out on a bike and they get stopped and they drink like they're not on a motorcycle. It's like, hey, you got to remember too, because on a motorcycle specifically, you leave there, you're in the wind. You got the wind, you got the sun, and a lot of people they go, well, yeah, the sun. I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing this. Like, I may be riding and moving, but my body is in the same position, and the sun is cooking it in the same position. And if you drink like you're sitting at home, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be miserable.
You're in for a bad day.
Yeah, it's not good.
Bad day.
Speaking of being safe and riding to a destination, with a purpose, I'd like to take this moment of our episode to talk about something near and dear to IQ and myself, IKPSMC, our little motorcycle club. We talked about it in the... I could just do this. Here you go.
Both work.
I got the cut. We've got our 4th annual First Responders Tribute Ride. It's coming up June 18th, 2022. I have to say that because if you watch this episode next year, you're going to get confused.
Yep.
And we are riding for 4 fallen first responders this year. So you can go to our website, www.ikpsmciowa.com.
It's IA.com, isn't it?
IA.com. And then Facebook is IK Immortal Knights PSMC-Iowa
I can just
Yep.
put
on Facebook.
Yeah, the links will
links
show up.
they'll be
show up at
down
the
in
bottom
this
of the
general.
screen.
We'll have one link down here and probably one up here.
Or here, or they're
maybe over here. They might
somewhere
right
in
down
this vicinity.
They're gonna scroll this way. They're gonna follow my.
You know what?
hand.
They're gonna end up wherever the AV guy.
That's
decides
right.
to put
But
it.
it'll be on there. So check that out, guys. It's a great cause. This year's a big year. It's our longest ride.
I mean, not to pat myself on the back, but
Yeah, so we're almost double the miles we usually do. We've got some great stops, which we typically don't do these kinds of stops, and we're having a little bit of a after soiree. So
yeah, it's normally it's around like 80 to 90 miles,
70 to 80,
70 to 80,
About
somewhere in
70 to
there.
80,
This year it's a good 3 solid hours of ride time.
yeah.
We're talking about 150 miles. We're actually gonna be leaving Clinton Harley.
145.
145. Yeah.
145.
So we're going to be leaving Clinton Harley and heading to Loudon Fire Department. That's where we're going to be stopping. We try to, on every ride, to pick out one volunteer fire department to try to help them out a little bit. And we're going to do a donation there at Loudon Fire Department. From there,
We usually do a pass the hat. And it
Yes,
usually ends up-
it's a pass the hat
I've got to
donation.
take my hat off, and I'm like, "This is the hat you want to pass around?" But I'm like, "Okay."
And from there, we're going to continue on to Anamosa. The reason we chose Anamosa is regretfully 2 of our fallen first responders from last year were a prison guard and a nurse at the prison in Anamosa.
Mm-hmm.
They were killed in the line of duty by a couple of inmates.
Jerks.
So, yeah, regretfully, that's why we're heading that way.
Not
But
very nice.
We will be stopping at Scooter's Bar and Grill, who has graciously agreed to accept a large number of motorcycles coming in. We're actually going to be assisted by another local club out there. I don't know if I should be saying their name on here or not, so I'm just going to leave that with, it is another First Responders Motorcycle Club.
I don't see why we couldn't.
Okay, that is the Red Knights
Yeah.
MC.
Yeah.
They are all firefighters, and they will be escorting us in and escorting us out. They'll also be helping people go to and from Scooters to the prison if they would like to pay their respects there also.
And I think they're a little more MC than we are.
Yes.
But
yes.
still very much, they'd be real similar to like the Axemen. I think kind of in that
Similar,
ballpark,
yeah.
kind of in that they're kind of an MC, but they're more like we're firefighters.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And from there, we will then be tracking back to Maquoketa, where we will be stopping at Obie's. Maquoketa. We'll be stopping at Obie's Bar and Grill there for a little tide over break, get a drink, whatever you want. And from there, we will continue back on to Clinton Harley-Davidson, where we will kick off the post-ride festivities, which include raffles, drawings, things like that. But we're also going to have live performances from Random Tanner and the High Five Sinners. So those of you that are local, obviously you've heard of Random Tanner. He's an up-and-coming... I hate saying up and coming because he's been at it for years.
He's not really up and coming anymore.
Yeah, he's performed.
He's got a potentially huge opportunity next year that I've already started pushing for.
Okay, stop teasing at that and just wait until April 12th when you can actually say.
I'm just saying. I wanted to say that to you.
So yeah, you can do that off air.
It's never happening.
So anyway. And then High Five Sinners, a local established rock band. They're going through a small personnel change right now, but they've put out a self-entitled album. They've performed with like Trapped, Head PE, Alborn. I mean, they've performed and opened up
Head
for some,
PE. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Right. So they've performed with some big bands also. So they will be our closing act for the night. And it's just
nice.
This is what I want this to become what our rides become. They're less of a loop ride and more of a destination ride. And,
I think too,
and enjoy it afterwards.
Yeah, I think it's you turn it in from just like, hey, we're gonna hang out a little bit, go on a little ride, come back, give some stuff away. Okay, thanks for coming. I want this to be like an event. It's becoming more of an event.
Yeah.
As opposed to just a small ride. Because any other rides and stuff in this area, I mean, that's what they are. They're events. It's all day. There's all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah, whether they do like a hog roast at the end or they stop at a bar that has a food truck or something. There's something that goes on at the end.
Yeah.
So
we got to get a food truck too.
Ooh.
I thought you said you were going to call them. If not, I can call them this weekend.
I know a couple.
Yeah, do that because
we already have one in mind.
Already spaced that out.
So, but yeah, that's the little talk about the ride. So, which of course, obviously, Double BS Podcast is a sponsor of as well. So
we want to make sure we mention it.
Yep,
very important.
We have to talk.
We're going to be on the flyer. We're going to be on the T-shirt. I'm going to have to buy like an extra T-shirt just because the podcast is on it.
Right.
I also know the guy making the T-shirts. So
weird. So, as I've got my final swallow here of the Julius Squeezer, since AV Guy has already polished his off, AV Guy, what are your thoughts?
Fantastic. Put a smile on my face every sip I took. Will not lie.
Wow, that was a very in-depth review.
Yeah.
It was good.
Myself, since I have now finished mine, it appears much heavier than what it actually is. The haziness of it makes it look like a very, very heavy IPA, but it's really not. It's got a very, very good orange juice flow to it. The haze is balanced out good with the bitterness. I'm not exactly sure what the IBU scale is on this IPA, but it's not as bitter as you would think it is. It really isn't.
Give me a second. I will look it up on Untappd, and it will tell me.
There you go.
It's a better review than mine.
And I got to tell you, I definitely side with you. I was kind of hinting at that earlier. This is an IPA that, and again, we're conditioned. We have conditioned palates. So, somebody else might drink that, and they may get a little more of that bitter flavor. But this, to me, is not bitter at all. There's zero bitter. It's just nice, silky smooth.
No, I
like saying silky smooth.
Yeah,
I forget what Adam Sandler movie he always says it in, but it says silky smooth. But it's like that's what that is. It's very drinkable orange juice. Anytime you say like a hazy IPA, I'm always thinking orange juice. Sorry, it's so Julius.
It wasn't even that bad for me, to be honest. I mean, it went down pretty good too.
And it is too. I mean, I've had other IPAs where they claim a certain level on the bitterness scale. Which IBU is the International Bitterness Unit, and I have seen.
What is the scale?
Of them
What's the scale? Was it 0 to 100?
Zero. No, it goes beyond 100.
Okay, well
this is well beyond 100.
This is a 26.
There we go.
There you go. So
I apparently didn't check this in last time either. So just live check in.
Just so everybody knows, my wife she delves into craft beer with me once in a while as well. And I've told her as a rule of thumb when she's looking to try something new, because she's not really into the heavy bitter beers, I tell her to look for something at 20 IBUs or lower. So this is just above that. So this, if you're worried about the bitterness of a craft beer, or you're worried about, oh, am I going to like this? This would be a good one for you to try to see if possibly the Hazy IPA is something you would be interested in.
Very, very good. Very drinkable.
Yes.
Very drinkable. So, my friend, we have a problem.
We have empty glasses.
My glass is empty.
Yes. So we should remedy that.
I'm like, wait a minute, I have the beer over here. What do we got?
Now this, Cam, I know I told you this when I talked to you. I know I told you this when I talked to you at the brewery. The fact that this is a double IPA blew me away. I did not believe you when you told me it was a double IPA. For as much as we said that the Julius Squeezer was smooth, this shook me.
Listen, I'm very excited for what you're saying right now, but you're sitting there with this beer talking it up. I don't have any in my glass.
This is now my favorite juicy hazy IPA there is.
Back up beer.
And we're actually, because of the haze in it,
The
haze in it,
The haze.
going to get a little rotation there.
Haze.
Another big love to the AV guy. We played around with the camera a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
Wait for it.
Here we go.
Oh, that had a nice little, like, almost like a and a drop.
Right?
It was kind of like a double, like a little double sound.
Watch this.
I'm watching. Okay, looks like a double IPA. Looks very similar to the last one we just drank.
Very similar, but when you taste it,
It's great.
you will notice a giant difference.
It's a double. It's a double.
Oh, that's not
like
why.
like a double difference.
That's not why, though.
What's the double? Is it doubly delicious?
That's what she said.
Double.
So
no,
this
that's-
one, I was actually sitting with Cam, their brewer, when I tried this, and he just wanted to see my facial reaction after I took my first drink. And as soon as I took it, he started laughing because it was the exact expression he was looking for.
I'm gonna cleanse. My nose is telling me something. I'm gonna cleanse the palate here.
He proceeded to tell me that this became so popular that they now use it for their beer mimosas, for their brunches.
Ooh.
Now, this is called Lousy Smarch Weather.
We had some lousy smarch weather.
Yes, we had some very lousy Smarch
Crap.
Weather. And that actually, the name is the only reason why I ordered it. And I am super glad that I ordered it.
Do you need a refill?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I was gonna try the other one you guys drank.
Oh, yeah, that's empty. But this
We drank
one
it. We drank it already.
Come on up here.
Oh boy, live rookie tasting.
This is so good.
Okay, here we go. We gotta cheers it. We gotta cheers it.
have to
We'll
cheers
cheers
it.
it. Ooh,
There you go.
That was
crispy.
a good sound. Ooh. Now you said it was a double IPA? Is that what you said?
This is a juicy, hazy double IPA.
Juicy hazy
But it's
double
not.
IPA.
What?
It's not.
Cam,
pretty good.
there, another exact. I would like to say that I could drink this all day, but no, this is one that would put me on the floor if I tried to drink this all day.
Drink this for an hour and be asleep.
Oh, it is so good.
Like what are you?
The juice comes through so well.
And I guess maybe what I'm thinking, so is, a lot of times when you see the double IPA, my brain immediately goes to like a double dry hop.
Ah, yeah.
This is clearly juicy.
And smooth.
And that is smoother than the last one. And it's the double.
Right?
Like that is, whew, brah.
Yeah.
That could ruin your weekend real quick.
Elmhurst.
Listen, that'd make for a fun Saturday, but you ain't gonna have, that's gonna ruin your Sunday.
Cam, very, very well done. Very well done. This is a now in a top 5.
Hats off. I go hats off on that one, brother. That's, woof. Wow. I don't even know what to say right now. That was delicious. That was amazing. That's,
Now-
well, it still
now
is
do you
not that
see-
it was, but it is amazing.
Now you see why I was so excited to have an opportunity to go back there again.
I mean,
Which, speaking of the going back, the first time I went, all I did was I talked with one of the owners. They just shoveled samples in front of me. Just, I mean,
Shoveled?
over and
like
over.
an actual shovel.
Every time I turned around, there was another sample, another sample, another sample, another sample. Their barley wine, which I am not a fan of. I'm not a fan of barley wine. It was unbelievable. It was that's the last one that they gave me, and that's when I decided I have to stop here because I still have to drive back to my hotel. Let me guess, Shmoo has to pee.
Shocker.
Who would have guessed? I warmed it up
So-
for you.
So the first time I went, like I said, I had
That's weird.
I had conversations with them, talked to him about some of the brewing practices. Regretfully, Cam wasn't there that time. Cam wasn't there at that time, so I didn't get to talk to him. But I got to sample a lot of beers, and the one thing I didn't do was even bother to look at a food menu because I wasn't there for dinner. I was just there for beer. Now, this last time that I went, I did go through the menu, and I wasn't that hungry, but I figured I'm going to at least get an appetizer. I will tell you, the appetizer that I ordered should be its own entree. It was, I'm trying to remember what they called it now. It was like the Madrid drunken shrimp, and it was large jumbo shrimp wrapped in bacon, grilled, and then served in they called it a sauce, but it was like a bowl of tomato bisque. And it came, they took a flatbread and cut it into pieces and toasted it up kind of like crackers, but it still was soft. Yeah, that could have been its own entree, easily. But yeah, so yeah, their food there it's next level. It really is really good food.
Oh, at Elmhurst?
Yes.
I tell you what, we went down. Man, I wish I could remember the name of the place.
And here's the thing: we've ridden 3 hours to a brewery for lunch before.
Illinois, like Illinois right now. Are they weird over there in Illinois right now with stuff?
No,
Okay.
That's all been lifted.
Okay, so they're all good. Okay,
Yeah, so
because I want to go to.
this is actually closer to us than TG is.
So you can say Top and Goliath on this.
I was shortening it up.
I'm all day. How far are they from Bloomington?
Probably about an hour and a half.
Like, is it on the way ish?
Oh no!
That's like a totally
No.
separate.
Here's us. Here's Elmhurst. Here's Bloomington.
I mean, I got a ride idea we need to plan.
Oh yeah.
I want to do. I tell you the one.
So those that are wondering, I actually brought this up to Cam how much I love this brewery in Bloomington. It's called Lil Beaver.
Well, that one too, but the other one, the one I just gave you.
Oh, Deadhead. Isn't that what
Still.
it is? Wasn't it Deadhead?
Deadhead is the beer series.
Oh, okay.
Grab,
Okay.
There's a can right behind you. Grab a can.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, those are cool looking cans.
It's the Deadhead
Distill.
series. Yeah.
Distill Brewery. Yeah. They're in Bloomington?
Now I gotta look. I bet you Little Beaver's. My other boss, Case, was saying that there's a little brewery outside Bloomington. That might be them, or it might be Little Beaver.
Brewed and canned. Destin Brewery. Oh, Normal, Illinois. So right there by Bloomington.
So yeah, so right there, yeah.
So that would mean, yeah, if we're stopping at either Lil Beaver or Distill, then we have to stop at the other also.
I mean, we would just
right?
loop it into the Illinois. Another one I would do when we do the Four Corners ride. Now, for those that aren't from our area, so Four Corners ride, where we're at, because we're right across from Illinois, but Wisconsin's real close, and Minnesota's really kind of in the realm of things. So, what a Four Corners...
They don't actually come together at Four Corners. That's the thing.
It's close-ish.
The Four Corners, for anybody who actually knows
We're gonna
American geography, is in the Southwest.
Well, yeah, but it's basically gonna travel through four corners of states. So we're gonna basically go up to Iowa. So we're in Iowa. We'll cross into Minnesota, go up a little bit, cross into Wisconsin, come down, cross into Illinois, and then be done. So it's only a four
we
corners.
won't be done until we come back into Iowa.
Well, we've already been to Iowa, so you don't count Iowa twice.
You said come into Illinois and then you're done. No, we have to come home, which means we come back into Iowa.
We're not.
You can stay in Illinois if you want.
We're
Elmhurst, I
moving-
love you, but I'm not staying in
We're
Illinois.
moving to Illinois. boy, kids. My goodness. But yeah, so that'll be. But I'd like to maybe find some cool.
Take another drink
I've taken several.
and imagine that as a beer mimosa.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Would that not be a dangerous brunch?
I'm gonna say no. You know why? I don't put stuff in my beer. Like no. Like I get like the cherry bomb blonde. Like I get it. Let's put the cherries in. No, get that shit out of my beer.
No. Do not put maraschino cherries and maraschino cherry juice in a cherry bomb blonde. Throw a couple shots of Doc McGillicuddy's cherry in there. That's the right way to do it.
We can play that game.
If you're gonna mix it up, do it
like
that way.
you want, give me a Blue Moon. I'll drink a Blue Moon. I don't need an orange with it. It didn't, get that out of you. Give me
See, my whole reason I like to eat the orange after
See, I
it's
don't.
soaked in the blue moon.
That's not my thing.
Yeah.
Like give me a summer.
But if we're talking Blue Moon, I will take a Moon Haze from Blue Moon over a
the
regular
Citrus
Blue
Sky's
Moon
good
any
too.
day.
The Citrus Sky's
Yeah.
pretty good too. The other one, what's the other one? Like a summer shandy. We'll put a lemon wedge in that shit. The only beer that requires fruit, the only beer that requires fruit, is Corona. Simply because you can't drink Corona without it.
No, Michelob Ultra has to have a lime also. Just ask her.
See, and I know she does. See, I don't. I can drink Mick Ultra without it.
It's way too fizzy for me.
It is a little fizzy.
To me, it's fizzier than seltzer.
That's fizzy.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Yeah, I don't need the fruit. I don't, and like, yeah, I'm not like. Listen, Elmhurst, I love you apparently more than he does because I'm not gonna put anything in this.
No, this I will drink this on its
Yeah,
own.
I don't want
But
anything in it.
From what I've heard, the beer mimosa that they make with this.
So, what do
is
they do
just
this in orange
amazing.
juice or just adding orange juice to orange juice?
I didn't want to ask.
Well,
I
how do
don't
you
know. I don't know if they put orange juice into this or they use this as the orange juice into champagne.
That'll,
Right.
bro, that'll you up.
For those, I don't know if the mic picked it up, but the wife in the background sounds delicious.
Like, listen, I can do a mimosa. Don't get me wrong, I can do a mimosa. What's the? I forget the. Was it single speed? Like it's a something, not another cocktail or something. They do a beer that's like an orange mimosa, like probably good, but or it is good. I don't.
So
We
as
need to find
far as,
out.
as far as a mimosa beer, and I know that the peanut gallery back here, she will back me up on this.
She's not a peanut.
No.
That is the Susie.
Brunch punch.
I'm gonna stare right at the screen.
Do you remember the brewery? It's a brewery in Alabama.
Brewing in Alabama. Okay.
And I searched for it to see if I could find it anywhere on my travels for work so I can pick some up for my wife to bring it home. I can't find it anywhere outside of the state of Alabama, which is very
Avondale
depressing.
Brewery.
Which one?
Avondale.
Avondale or Avondale, however they pronounce it. Avondale Brewing in Alabama. She's like, "Oh, you gotta try this. You gotta try this." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Yeah, that first drink, I was like, "Oh no." It's a mimosa beer, and it is delightful. It is really good.
Now, have you seen the? We got to get some seltzers here. We got to take a clock here.
Seltzers.
Or sour. Sorry.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Just kidding. Okay.
Good morning.
Oh yeah.
I just lost my train of thought.
If we go over a little bit for Elmhurst Brewing's reviews, I honestly don't care.
Absolutely.
They
absolutely.
deserve it. If we go over a little bit.
They deserve better on the last one. I'm just saying. They had some good ass beers last time. They had that coffee one.
Yeah, that's still. I mean, if you like coffee beers at all, or if you're not a craft beer drinker but you love coffee, you gotta try Fool's Gold. You really do. Fool's Gold is their golden coffee, and it is amazing.
Now, what if
The coffee they use is actually from a local coffee shop
you were
in
telling me?
Elmhurst too.
Now, what if you were drinking Fool's Gold beer while watching Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson?
All right.
I mean,
Did you know that he wasn't even supposed to be in
Would that be-
movies? He was supposed to be a director.
gold.
And his first 3 words on film were all right. Dazed and confused.
Yep.
Everybody loves him.
And that was actually ad-libbed too.
Yes.
And it made his career. Hats off to you, Matthew McConaughey.
I watched an interesting video of Matthew McConaughey today.
Was it a Cadillac commercial?
No, it was like he was talking about how he was doing these rom-coms and stuff. And then it came to like, he's like, I'm not doing these anymore. I want to do serious stuff. And he goes, he went 20 months. So his last film, I forget what I can't remember what it was. Doesn't matter.
Have you seen Dallas Buyers Club?
Interstellar.
No, I have not yet. Listen, there's another movie with him in it.
Lincoln Lawyer.
Oh, I've seen that. I own that.
Yeah.
There's another newer movie in it that he's in that I have not seen yet, and I keep trying to find it on streaming, and I'm going to rent it.
Interstellar?
It's going to be one of those. I've seen
That's
that.
not
Wolf of
new.
Wall Street?
That's not new.
He's in that for like
he just
two.
said newer movies.
He's in that for like 2 seconds.
But I mean, those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, I
You
mean, we're
gotta pump
talking.
those numbers up.
Yeah. The Gentleman. I've not.
You haven't seen that?
No, because I keep trying to find it on streaming. And it's not. I'm just. I think it's right now.
It's on Prime Video. I think it is.
You got to buy it.
I didn't.
You do now.
Oh, okay.
It's like $13. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, it's very good.
$13.
Very
You
worth
like
it.
boobies? Come on, man. TikTok. That's one. $13 for you. $12.99.
$12.99. Plus tax.
Elmhurst, this is what I deal with. Yes, I agree.
That was delightful.
For as much as I like the Julius Squeezer, the lousy Smarch weather, it takes Julius Squeezer and it says, "Hey, little brother, move to the side." This
Yeah,
is
it's
my
like
show
Julius
now."
Caesar's like, yeah, that's definitely the kind of the next step. In that.
And the thing is, I mean, Julius Squeezer that won a silver medal at the World Beer Championships.
No more doubles for this guy.
So that won a top 3 medal at the World Beer Championships.
I'd be curious to see.
And this is better.
Where do these World Beer Championships happen? And can we go? Can the podcast get an invite to go? We're probably not anywhere near being big enough from a podcast standpoint to be the
probably not.
beer podcast going to that, but I'm just saying. Now, while IQ here digs around for his next beers, I want to make another announcement. We have one more announcement here. Is we've got coming up, and this started last year. Do you need a hand?
They're still in the thing.
Can I help? Here you go.
Oh, Susie, you weren't supposed to bring that one. That's your beer.
So,
Oh, ours now.
yeah, good luck with that. Let me know that works for you. Coming up July 16th of this year, 2022. So, this started last year. Me and Maddie kind of were brainstorming and stuff, and that's how it came to be. But we did a charity smoke day. Oh man, I got a bowl right there.
Oh, it's sour sop. That's what it is.
There we go. So charity smoke day. So what we did was here in my driveway, we smoked a bunch of meat and basically invited people to come through, donate money, take some meat and stuff to go. You didn't get one.
Okay.
I need it.
You're gonna get a small kick in the pants, is what you're gonna get.
Oh, no.
Here,
So, anyways, this charity smoke day.
Here, give him a little plastic cup.
Plastic cup.
So we did this at my house. We did it last year. We did it for a couple charities. We raised like $1,400. And just doing it in my driveway. This year, we're very excited to be partnered with one of the charities we supported last year. Oh, it's that time of night. I get the yawns. Sorry, apologize. Midwest Pets for Life. They're a local. Not necessarily like your traditional animal shops. They offer a lot more things. Very, very cool place. I've done a lot of things with them. I've had a lot of fun, kind of supporting them and helping them out with a lot of stuff. We've got a couple new kitties upstairs we got from them. But this year, July 16th, details to come. We're going to get more details out there. I just wanted to kind of put the little teaser, if you will. We will be there. They're going to close the street off. They're going to have a big-ass tent. We'll have multiple smokers going. We will have, I know we're going to have pork butts. We're going to have pork belly bites. and ribs. I think those are going to kind of be the three main things. We, depending what smokers we have there, we may do like chicken or something, but we're not messing with brisket on this one. Holy shit, it's a pain in the butt. But it's a much.
Nobody wants to get up at 2 in the morning to get it going.
Well, here's the thing. We did it here last year, but it was here.
Yeah.
This year's down there. So if you want to do it down there, now you're down there.
Now you're sleeping in a car.
Yeah, well, you can sleep inside, but
Sleeping in
so
a van
Midwest
down by
Pets
the
for
river.
Life was very gracious in allowing us to use their facility. They're going to help us coordinate things like that. We meet with them hopefully Sunday before IQ leaves town to just kind of get a few details figured out. And then once we get some of that going, we'll get an event up on the podcast page. We'll start getting details out there. Definitely looking for people to. This is a G-rated show. We don't.
That
need
was G-rated. She kissed me on the
any
cheek.
of that.
Even a PG gets a certain number of F-bombs.
One F.
No, PG-13 gets one.
No, PG gets one. PG-13 it bumps up to like 4. I
Okay,
think.
fair enough.
It does.
So anyway, so keep an eye out on the podcast page for info
And
on
side
that.
boob.
About the time. Is that a fat joke? I got side boob. You want to see some side boob?
Ah.
So, probably about the time this video launches tomorrow, or on Sunday, we'll already have some information, and we'll get that event posted up as soon as we can. So we'll let you know what you can do to support it, what you can do to help out, things like that. So.
Click down below.
Okay, so now moving on.
Well,
to
there will not be a click down below on that.
No,
there'll be
there
right
will not.
here. Actually, there will be right here, right in this vicinity.
Exactly where
It'll
it's
say
pointing.
Charity Smoke Day, July 16th, 2022.
Right over there. Over there.
Just like that. That's all it's going to say. So you'll have the date. We'll get the rest of the details out here.
Okay, so now this next one from Elmhurst is from their Far From the Tree line, and this is their sour line. This is a sour ale brewed with soursop and raspberry. Oh yeah, I'm picking up a fan sound.
Huh.
Weird. We're all sitting here like,
Yeah.
there's a sound.
There's
So-
instruments in the force.
So
Oh, I know what it
you gotta
is.
Remember, we have
It's the ice. It's the ice maker.
Bio mic.
Yeah, no, it's this mic
So-
picks up everything.
So this
Every
is
squeak.
This is called Far From the Tree. That's the name of their sour line, and this is a sour ale brewed with soursop and raspberry.
Hold on a second,
I
gotta-
believe that this is their newest one.
I do like myself some raspberry.
What was the last one, dude? That was the.
My
was the,
wife heard
March
raspberry,
one.
and she's like, "Me too, me too."
We did the
The March one, right?
March.
It is a sour.
What was the last one? Sloppy.
Lousy,
Lousy.
smarch weather.
March.
That's pretty sour.
Why is it spicy?
Why so spicy?
It's good, but
Okay, apparently, lousy smart weather is not unique to them.
No, you have
That's
to
a
go.
9.2.
You have to go to Elmhurst.
That is a 9.2, son.
I expect to drive
Okay.
tonight.
That's a big beer.
Well, it's a good thing we're only drinking. part of it.
It's a good thing I'm already home. I'm
No,
giving-
that is a 4.5.
How about
No, the lousy smart weather. I'm
yeah.
checking in the last
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he told
Yeah,
he said
I,
that earlier.
yeah, I specifically did not let you know what that was.
So I'm okay with it. That's great.
Great
There
for
we go.
you, not great for me.
Like goo.
I had drunk
Okay,
a-
so with this, before we actually taste it,
Oh, we haven't tasted it. Sorry.
no.
Oh,
yeah,
Susie
you
tasted it.
you can definitely pick up the sour on the nose right away. Right
I
away.
did. I just want to drink it.
Yeah.
Can I
So,
drink it?
well, we didn't cheers yet.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
Cheers indeed.
Click.
Not as sour as I expected.
That's like sour in the. I don't want to say watered down soured, because that would be like insulting. But it's almost like it hits your tongue and it's like sour, but it's like no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like yes, nope.
It's actually got more sour on the bouquet than
Yeah.
it does the taste.
It changes sourness mid swallow.
The raspberries on the back end.
Almost like
Definitely.
a Sour Patch Kids, you know? Sour, then sweet this time.
Oh my god! It's like sour when it hits the tongue, but when you swallow, the raspberry comes through.
Yeah.
That's nice. Good job.
Yeah, very good.
I like that one.
And I had never, before purchasing this, I had never heard of a sour sop.
Sour sop.
If that's how you pronounce it, I'm assuming.
I don't.
Master brewer.
Sour sop.
Very good. Very good.
I mean, if we had Cam here, we would know. We were trying to get Cam.
I emailed
Yeah.
Cam. I wanted him to phone in to be a phone guest on this, and I
that was
never
kind of
heard
the
back
secret
from him.
thing we weren't telling anybody is
Yeah.
that we were going to have that going on, but
That would've been
it just
fun to
didn't work
figure
out.
out.
He's probably busy. He's probably busy making these
Probably
phenomenal
brewing
beers.
amazing beer.
So I forgiven. That
Very
thing is
good.
loud.
Very good. Shh, ice machine.
It's the ice machine, is what it is. That's weird. So this is the fun part about doing a small podcast. Really, kind of starting is doing little things as you grow, little by little, and you know, add different pieces and things. Like I remember when we started this thing, it was like I think we did it on the computer laptop. Well, it was audio, so.
Come on, do the thing.
So here's the thing. So if you look at, like, if you do that to my face, that's like, oh, that's a cloud of smoke. But if I look at it like as it like on camera, it's like it's really not.
Do it to me. You know what I'll do.
Like that's very much like when it's coming at your face, like, oh shit, that's a big old cloud. You look at it on camera, it's like, it's really not that bad.
Oh, jeez.
And no, we're not doing that. Oh, there it is.
We got a personal fog machine.
Right? For effect.
We are experienced.
So anyway. My goodness.
Oh, here, let's see how the AV guys
So anyway.
age. Are you experienced?
God no.
Yeah, he has no idea what I'm talking about. You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
You'll sit there thinking. You'll keep on thinking. And you
The
won't
left-handed
get
wizard that strung a right-handed fender upside down, and that's how he got his unique sound.
there. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of Willow right now.
Jimmy Mofo Hendrix.
I was like,
Oh,
I'm
Jimi Hendrix.
thinking, I'm like
There
trying to
we
think,
go.
like, yep.
I know Purple Haze all along the Watchtower. Those two good songs by him. Got his nice purple album from Walmart. Purple too.
So this sour,
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
gonna let that go.
Say lady.
I've
It's
got too
Purple
much,
Haze, you know,
I've got
there
too
was
much
Purple
gray in
Rain
my
on that
beard.
album too.
too much
Oh, it's
too
a
much
vinyl.
gray in my beard to put up with AV guys bullshit right now.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's a vinyl. All I'm saying. Better than most others.
That is
That's nice.
Elmhurst.
That's what I'm
Good
saying. That's what I'm
job.
saying. That's you like. We were pre-episode and we were trying to figure out which beer to do first. Do we do the sours first? No, you do the big boys first. You end on the sours. You end on the nice light. Just very nice. Like that's one of those.
Good.
Like I like to find like if I'm doing my loop. You know, get off work.
We have a particular ride that we call the Loop, just for those that don't know.
Ride-ish. Like my
Yeah.
post work. I get off work.
The wind down ride.
Like I go down to this place, I go to this place, but I know what they have. So like I'll go to this place, have a beer, maybe two. I'll go to this place, have a beer. I'll go to this place, have beer too, or like I'll have.
Although we have added a stop to that loop. We cannot ride past this particular roadside stop anymore without stopping.
That was always in the loop. That was always in my loop.
Little Red Building?
Little Red Building.
Yeah, you're not thinking of the same place I'm thinking. Literally a little roadside stop.
On the road. Come on. You'll figure it out.
Park right on 67.
Yeah, we're talking about BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been in my loop.
Has it?
Yeah,
Has it, though?
it's either been
Or
so.
did it become more regular since we started stopping?
Oh, it's definitely become a regular.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so okay. So
That's
I
the
was.
sound of Shmoo backpedaling.
We're 1 for 1.
I was kind of like.
Could you imagine Shmoo pedaling a bike?
It was either BS or Hunters.
Look a lot.
Like my
Yeah,
original loop, I
yeah.
do one or the other.
Yep.
So depending if I want to go this way and home or if I want to go this way and home.
We did find out that on certain nights, after certain hours, you don't stop at one of these particular places.
Hunters, 'cause
somebody
people shit in the bathroom and
destroys
it's
the
disgusting.
bathroom.
It's gross. My beer's empty. It's not good. So on to this is the final?
This is the final.
This is the final, so we got to end strong.
We do have one more in here, but that I bought specifically for Susie.
We're not going to drink that then. Do you need help?
It's
Kathy,
weird.
do you need help?
Oh, shut up.
Oh my god.
My gosh.
So this also is part of their Far From the Tree line. This was a silver medal winner at the... Yeah, we know. Silver medal winner at
And I saw what finger you
at
used
the
there,
World
too.
Beer Championships.
Don't give them any of this.
This is the sour ale. This is the red dragon fruit.
Oh, this is the one?
Yes, this is the one.
So, I just want to take a moment while these get poured. I just want to say thank you very much to Elmhurst for, I guess, giving us another shot to hopefully do them proud. I enjoyed their beers the last time, and I'm enjoying them now. And I love doing these episodes where we're kind of partnered with breweries. Another very unique episode that we have coming up, we're going to get scheduled, is with another local business. What was that? Cheeky Gallery.
Yes.
So we're going to partner with them. They're kind of like an art studio. So it sounds like we're going to do an episode where we're going to drink some beers and paint.
Ooh.
Were we also going to try to get our wives to join us for that episode?
Listen, I tell you what, I'm all for it, but yours is going to have to do the work to recruit mine.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, hon?
We could make that a little less of the. We could probably put the nuggets would have to be there because I mean they're not so yeah.
Let's look at making it a family episode. I could
We
see
could
if
do that.
I could see if my youngest son and his girlfriend would also like to
That
join
would be
because
cool.
because a little known fact, my youngest son's girlfriend is quite the artist. She actually she did a hand drawn and painted Deadpool on a unicorn farting a rainbow shooting at tacos painting that I now have, and it is amazing.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it. But yeah, and we like doing those episodes, kind of working with some of these smaller businesses and
Oh yeah.
and different brewery stuff. If you have a small business or something that we can kind of cross promote with kind of what. Like, we can do our thing at your business.
If you know of somebody that has a small business that could use some promotion, reach
out.
out to them.
Yeah.
Reach out to us.
Yeah, have them get a hold of us.
We would
WBS
love to
Podcast.
talk to 'em.
Reach out to the page on Facebook, WBS Podcast at gmail.com.
Somewhere down there.
Check out, so our videos are available when we release on Facebook.
Yep.
As
Which
well as,
that link will be right here for our Facebook page.
Yep. And they're also available on YouTube, which that link will be available right here for that page. So we have a lot of fun. Like, this is a lot of fun. And I think there's a lot of podcasts out there that tackle a lot of probably more serious issues than we do, and kind of think that. But
there's enough.
but I think
people
it,
being
like,
serious about.
yeah,
stuff.
like I think that the thing that I like with what we're doing here, and as we've kind of changed gears over the years, is it's just a lot of fun. It's fun to be here and sitting down and having these discussions, and it's cool. I like doing it. So if you think you know somebody or you have a business or a place that would benefit from us being there, we'd love to hear about it. We'd love to promote it. We'd love to spend time there, and it'd be great.
Yeah,
So
definitely reach out to us. I don't.
if you want to be a sponsor of the WBS podcast, we need things like GoPros like that. So we go to we can go to breweries and we can do videos of us touring breweries. I'm just saying that opportunity's out there.
A little bit of the behind the scenes stuff.
Because here's the thing, we're not really in this for the money. Like, it's one of those, like, we're in it for the beer. Like if we to the point where, like, we can walk into places and get a beer.
Other people do a podcast. Oh, I need to get so many viewers so that I can get monetization. Blah blah blah. No, if you're a brewery and you want us to sample your beers, hey,
Not only will we do it, we'll do it on camera. We'll make an episode about it, and then we'll send it out to the masses.
Broadcast it everywhere.
We'll reach some people. So,
Yeah.
just saying, successful. So, dragon fruit
sour, and immediately there's a difference from the last
Hold
one.
on. What? No, not that. Hold on. Dingleberry over here just goes into the air. Cheers, tap, and who's gonna drink it?
Oh,
Like you
I
can't
just
cheers
want to
like
drink
that.
it. Let me tell
foul.
you. It smells so good.
So let's talk about this. So let's talk about a little bit of party etiquette as we close out this episode. If you cheers,
Yep. Let's hear it.
okay, number one, glasses have to touch.
Let's have to touch.
Number two, simple, cheers. You got to say cheers.
Cheers.
You know what I don't do right now? I don't set my glass down. Once you make a toast, whether it's an actual toast or just a simple cheers, you have to take your drink.
Proper.
I will add to that.
Okay. Oh my lord, that is delicious. Oof.
Okay, I will add to that.
Mm.
If you are doing a shot of hard liquor, cheers, tap, shoot.
Oof.
Now, what is your etiquette on cheersing with an empty glass?
The only time I believe cheersing with an empty glass is acceptable is if either A, they are not a drinker, or B, yeah, that's the only reason.
No,
really.
so here's my
Yeah.
thing. So the reason I asked it because I run into this. So you're out, you're at a wedding or something like that. Like, hey, cheers. Oh, I'm out. I haven't got a refill yet. You still do the cheers, and then you wait for the other cheersing parties to drink their drink. You don't set your glass down till they do. That's the way it was explained to me.
Fair enough.
So yeah, my glass were empty. I would cheers, and then.
I can see that.
But with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys
It's
so much.
Amazing. That is so good.
It is. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another wonderful episode of the Double BS Podcast. Brought to you by all of our fine sponsors. And if you want to know who they are, watch the beginning of the episode.
Yep.
Because they're in the beginning of the episode. But we've hit our limit. We tend to stick to that limit. So we are there. Big thank you. Can't say thank you enough. Can't say thank you enough to Elmhurst Brewing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For beers both times. Beers were enjoyed both times. We're just
Yes.
glad that this episode will be a little more long running and enjoyable. And just thank you guys for the support. The views, the whatever, the comments, whatever the case may be. We just want to say thank you because without you guys, it's just we do this anyway. But without you, there's no reason for us to have a camera. So thank you guys.
Exactly.
So much. That's all I got.
Exactly.
That's all I got. With that being said,
again, Elmhurst, you
knocked it out of the park.
have now become by far and away one of my favorite breweries to stop at, without a doubt. Immediately welcomed in. The staff was unbelievably friendly. The waitress, even that's something that caught me off guard. Even the waitress liked to stop and talk about the beer with me. Generally speaking, it's just either the bartender or the brewer that wants to talk about the beer. The waitress, she was amazing. She's like, "Oh, have you tried this? This is the new one. This is based off of this." And she knew just as much about it as the bartender did, and that floored me because generally speaking, that's not the case.
I like it. That being said, guys, cheers to you. And
For those that tune in, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hope to see you in the next episode too.
we'll see you guys.